Yo guys, D-Tunez back again with a new tutorial, actually a new remake um, of the track Tweekaz TNT featuring my first tuber together. Now I don't really like this track. I don't know, it feels a bit rushed or something. Not sure what exactly is wrong with it, but I don't know. It's not. I don't really like it, but the melody is nice. So we are going to try to remake it. I did not prepare anything. So yeah, let's open up FL Studio 20. Wait a second. Yes, my sound is working. Great. Okay. Let's start by dragging it in. Dum dum dum. Okay. And let's start. I'm copying the Fruity Masters meme. I don't know if you can hear it, but I hope so. A nice can of cola or beer. Beer scooter, so beer. You can't see me, so you don't know. Anyway, melody starts here, I think. Okay, that's kind of loud. Sorry. Yeah, it starts here. So put the BPM to 150, and let's start here. I'm just listening to what I hear. So I hear a square lead and some nice chords behind it. Maybe a bit of distortion and a normal sub bass. So okay, put this to mix track 1. Ctrl L, that's what I pressed. Press Ctrl L, it will just add it to the mixer with the same name right here, and it automatically adds a color. That's pretty nice. So we're gonna open up Silent 1. We're gonna open up the init preset. Never mind. Let's not put this to any mixer track yet. What I always do to keep control of my volume so they don't clip, I select all the mixer tracks by holding Control and Shift and just dragging the mouse. And you just down. Now the sound will be very low in volume, so as you can hear. I always then put a parametric EQ2 on the master, put it up like this. I think that's fine for now. Let's see if we can create the melody with Silent 1. Pretty loud. Need to get the length of the notes right. Put like this. You click here and then click detached. You can click anywhere on the screen, but this window won't go away, which sometimes is really useful. So that's just a quick little tip you have, because if you disable it and you click here, it will go away. That's just a quick little tip. The length of the note is about here, because this is reverb and sweep and kind of things. Okay. Right, so that's the start of the melody. Quickly found it out because it's not that hard to find out. For example, in the what was the track called again? Party Starter. The chords were so loud, I just couldn't hear the melody. That's why I didn't make a remake of it, because I just couldn't hear the notes of the melody. But here you can. Let's copy this over. You can also press Ctrl B actually, that's way easier. We'll copy the selected part next to the selection. Also a trick. Don't know if this F note is right. Not sure. I think it's this one. Okay, so this is the melody. Let's hear if we have any mistakes. I think we're good. So let's rename this to lead 1. Press Ctrl L. Get into the mixer. Set the volume. We control the volumes here. Now, as I said, I hear a square lead, so I'm going to add a square lead. I'm only going to use presets from my bank, which I'm developing. I'm developing my own preset bank called the D-Tunez Silent 1 bank. Got a couple of leads here, chords, plugs and basses, and some other things. It's not finished yet. I'll release it sometime in the future. Not sure when, but yeah, I think pretty soon. I just need to think of a few more leads which I can add into this, which fit my style, because I can do a lot of my tracks with just these leads, plugs and whatever. So let's find a square lead. This one. This one uses Fruity Masters a lot. Fruity Masters uses this a lot as well. But I think I use it a bit higher than he does. 1 octave higher, I guess. Sounds pretty good. Let's add another lead. 1. Hold Shift and scroll your mouse wheel to move it under or on top something. And lead 2. Do a new mixer track. Let's add a supersaw, because supersaws really give it a bit more power. That one back. Supersaw. like this one. Copy the melody. Let's add another lead because I think I hear some distortion. Let's add a kind of distorted lead as a third lead. The top lead, one of the top leads. I really love this lead. So I'm going to use this one. But it's a bit high. So let's turn down the and let's do the same. In the start of the square lead, you'll hear a low pitch, and then it really quickly gets up to the note you want. Normally it sounds like this. Now I'm gonna exaggerate it. That's actually what happens. Really exaggerated, but that's basically what happens when you do this. Sounds pretty nice. And I think that's what they use in the track. Not sure, but no, I didn't make the track, so it's all a guessing game for me. So let's do that with the rest of the leads as well. Now let's put all of these N. I'm not sure what N means. I'll put it to N because original you hear some pitch bends. I'm going to add them later. Cool. Now let's add the bass. And the way I do it, put an EQ on it. And a really heavy low cut. Or a high cut, sorry. Really heavy high cut. So you only hear the bass. Then we're gonna add a pitcher. And put it to min 25 Hertz. And it will detect bass note is playing. I think it starts at A sharp, but we can really easily check that in the drop, not in the first drop, because that's a bass. Okay. Starts there. Bass. Mix track. Okay. And starts at A sharp. G sharp. F sharp. That's how it goes, right? D sharp, F sharp, sorry, D sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp, sharp. Check really quickly. Right, okay, but you can hear in the original that it will follow the melody. Oh, we're going to do that. Know the pattern by now. Sharp. 4 notes, then G sharp. Sharp. 8. Beats. Sharp. F. Sharp. Finally, D sharp. Sounds good. Sure if this sounds better in my opinion. Yeah, that's exactly what needs to be there. Okay, cool. Let's make this a sub bass. Ooh, that's really low. I go to pattern 4. Want that? This part has no voices, so no use of putting it up. The original, there's no note, no bass note and no chords played right here. Listen closely. There's no bass here and no chord here as well. I don't know if that's intentional or just an error, but I like it actually. Oh. Like this. Now let's add some chords. And I'll just look at the melody. I think it's C sharp major. Check that. An easy way to put in a major scale is get all the white keys, so C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, and then move it up to the desired note. So if you have a C sharp major, which we have now, put it to C sharp, and then we have a C sharp major scale. That's pretty easy. Goes wrong, yes. Ah, I forgot the C. Down. See if it indeed is a C sharp scale or not. Shorter. And apply the Ctrl B trick again. Okay. Now let's see. I have nodes which are not in this scale. I think we're good. Yeah, cool. Okay. So we have our baseline here. Gonna make some chords out of it. Copy the baseline. Insert. Island 1. Reset bank. Chords. That's loud. I'm sorry. Got to rename it. Chords 1. I don't know why it all gives it the same color. Don't know why. Normally it doesn't do that, but what can you do? Well, we can recolor it to the word. We can change the color, but we're not going to care about that right now. Copy the baseline. I think I'm going to one octave up. Okay, cool. Put it there. And as I explained in my chords tutorial, I made 2, I think. The first one, this is all bullshit. I didn't know how chords worked then. I just made up my own. It's like, yeah, you get this one and you move an octave up and you get in between that and that's a chord. But no, that's not a chord. So sorry if you do that right now. That's not how you properly do a chord. Once you have a scale, you have all these notes. Basically, you always just skip one and put it to the next note in the scale. We skip the C and we put it to C sharp. And again, skip the E, skip the D sharp and put it to F. And that's a chord. Now that sounds bad because it doesn't always immediately go right. So move the B's and the A sharps, the A's up. This. Now it should sound good. Listen. Cool. Listen to it with the melody and the bass. Now this can use some more layers as well. Add another chord. Like this one. Got to name it again. Stupid me. Chords 2. Chords 2. The chords. This is really low. This is an octave as well. Right, we're starting to clip a bit, so let's put this a bit down, because we don't want clipping, because that's bad for your sound. Let's continue. I think we can add some EQs now. Filter out all the bass. Well, actually, let's add a layer first. Here. The melody here. Just Control X. All these actually cut and paste, but I use Control X to delete. I think you can also use Alt Delete. Oh no, that will delete the synths. We don't want that. So let's delete these melodies. go to layer, select these synths, because these will play the melody, and select set children. So these synths will play this melody. Really easy, and then you can really easily edit the melody, which is really cool. So let's add some pitch bends now. My guess is that they always go to the bass note, but not all the way down here, but just to an A sharp somewhere. So that's just, you know, trying out yourself and what sounds good. So this is an A sharp bass note, so I put it on E sharp. This is G sharp bass note, so put it on G sharp. Same here, F sharp. Cool. We have the pitch bends now. Let's do some EQing then. The leads first. Let's all group these. Thus. Lead bus. Okay. The end. Here a chords bus. Right. Reset these volumes because otherwise volumes will be really low. As you can hear. So let's reset the bus volumes. Let's add some low cuts here, because we don't want any of this part here, because that will it will mess with the bass. Down. Around right here, around 200 to 300 hertz. I normally do that. Okay. Cool. Time to add some high ends here. Is that necessary? I think it sounds fine. Now let's add some stereo separation. I don't have isotope. I thought it was ozone imager. Don't have that here. So, well, I can't use it then. What's that? So I'm just going to use the FL Studio stereo separation, which also works fine in my opinion. This knob right here, this is all the way mono. Chords. This is all the way stereo. Same for the leads. Bit. Okay, cool. Now let's add some reverb. I always use Fruity Reverb because I think it works fine and you have quite a lot of controls. In comparison to Valhalla Room, you don't have a low cut. I don't really need a low cut because I already did a low cut here. But we're actually going to put this down. So yeah, put low cut up. I don't know if it happens, but sometimes you'll still get a bit of low end and you really don't want it to well, you don't really want the low end to have reverb. So I always practically do the same with reverb. This room size up, color to warmer. I damp it to around 8. I then play with these, the decay and the reverb value a bit. Okay, now let's add some compression. What this does is when the melody is playing, it will right, because it's kind of hard to explain. It will duck the mixing stuff you use, in this case reverb. Will duck that to a lower volume, which you set with the threshold and ratio. And when the melody is not playing, it will boost it up. When you have reverb, the reverb won't be as loud when the melody is playing in comparison to when the melody is not playing. So that's kind of a pumping effect, you know what I mean. And just to set this up, let's enable compression first, otherwise it won't work. Now you're wondering, where is it going? Where's the volume going? You can bring it back with the makeup. Do you hear the pumping effect? I do. Now the release is basically how fast it will get to the maximum volume of that pumping effect. So I always put this around this value. You can hear this takes longer to get it up, and this will really short. I like around 80, so I keep it there. The attack is how quickly the compression kicks in actually. If you have a low attack, sometimes you will hear a tick at the start because it is not compressed then, and after, you know, normally it's at 5 milliseconds, so after 5 milliseconds the compression will work. So that's why you hear a tick sometimes. So mostly I just turn it off or down. Can't really turn it off. But well, sometimes I like the tick. But normally I just put it down because I can create a kind of punchy start to the sound inside that one as well by just moving this up. You know what I mean? So we have compression. Let's add a delay. Not delay 3. I don't know. I never use delay 3. But delay 2 works fine. Put it to ping pong. Let's pan it a bit. Time up to 4. Now remember, we got it above the compression now. So when the melody is playing, you will hear less delay than when the melody is not playing. So you got to decide for yourself if you want the delay after the compression. So you always have a constant volume of a delay, or above the compression. I mostly keep it above the compression because I don't want to mess up the mix that badly. So the reason I put this EQ down is, I think, I'm not sure, if the EQ will, how to say that, if the EQ will work worse, because, well, as you know, the reverb will have less volume when the melody is playing, the delay will have less volume when the melody is playing, so maybe the EQ will also work less good. But again, I'm not sure of that, so I just put it down just to be sure, you know. So let's basically do the same for the chords. Add some reverb, compression. I never use delay on chords. I don't know why. I just don't do it. You feel free to do it if you like it. I just don't. Now the reason I put this to 15 kilohertz, because I always got it now, but normally on the master I put a Q and put it around 15 kilohertz. This, because after the 15 kilohertz you don't really hear a lot which you can use, in my opinion. And it will just add extra decibels which are not really necessary. I mean, listen to this. That's the sound after 15 kilohertz. And you, in my opinion, you don't really need it. So I just remove that. So it has no use to put the reverb high cut on more than 15 kilohertz, because on the master you have an EQ and it cuts off at 15 kilohertz. So you don't really hear anything if you put it to 20 kilohertz, for example. So let's hear what this sounds like. Sounds fine. That's compression again. Cool. So let's hear what it sounds like now. Cool. So I think that will be it for now. Otherwise the video will be really long. I don't know how long we are recording. Can I see that somewhere? 40 minutes. That's pretty long already. So yeah, just keep it at this. We made the melody, we made some sound, got some mixing in here, I gave you some tips. I think we'll do the drop another time if you want that. For now, this is what we have. I'll just play it again. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you have some questions, just leave them in the comments or join my Discord channel right here. Pretty cool, actually. We're at, how many members are we at? Let's just see. 466. So we have quite a lot of members. I'll do giveaways right here. I will do some giveaways soon. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I will figure that out. Just make sure to join my Discord channel. Join. So yeah, thanks and bye.